Hey, ladies. I posted about this on Instagram the other day, but I thought this comes up every day for me as a coach. I talk to either a client or someone messages me, DMs me, asking what can they do when they fall off track. So here's the thing. I hear I ate badly this week. I'm just going to do extra whatever. So that extra may be cardio, it may be extra hit, it may be extra F45 or whatever your circuit go to thing is. But here's why this approach fails and what you can do instead. So let's say you had a bad week. So a very stressful week and you went off the rails a couple of days. So let's say Monday you had a bowl of cereal. Nobody ever has a cup of cereal, right? Nobody ever has one little tiny cup of cereal. It's a bowl, and a bowl usually looks like 2 cups plus whatever milk you choose. So you could end up with 300 to 400 calories just in that one bowl of sugary sweetness. So you could spend about 2 hours on the treadmill trying to burn that off. So on Wednesday, you have 8 squares of a dark chocolate bar. Now, you were only going to have four, but you ended up eating eight. So that's 280 calories. You could spend about 40 minutes doing a hit or some fast circuit program to burn that off as well. So Friday, man, of course, it's Friday, TGIF. You're going to meet up with some friends, and instead of a 4 ounce margarita, which is a really tiny little margarita, you have the 8 ounce margarita, and you only have 16 chips and a little bit of salsa. So let's say you're counting your chips, which we know that never happens. But let's say you just had 16 chips and the 8 ounce margarita and a little bit of salsa. That is an easy 400 calories, and that looks like 45 minutes to an hour on the Stairmaster, ladies. That's a hard burn right there. So on Saturday, you know, it's raining outside and you want to watch some Netflix or you want to watch something fabulous on Amazon Prime, and you pull up with a pint of Ben& Jerry's non-dairy Netflix and chill. And you were only going to eat half of it, but you ended up eating the whole thing because you were watching the movie and you lost track. So that's 1,090 calories in a pint of ice cream. So you would have to go back up to Monday's workout that you did extra, do the Wednesday extra and the Friday extra burn to make up for that calorie intake right there. All right, so, but wait, now you're hungry from all of this extra work that you've done, and you're thinking, well, hell, I need a reward for all this extra work that I've done. I'm feeling pretty good about myself for doing all this work. And then you go into that rinse and repeat cycle, and you get tired, and it just keeps repeating itself, and your body doesn't change, and you're wondering why. So then you start thinking, I know what I'll do. I'll skip a meal or two so that I can allow for these extra processed foods that I'm going to throw into the mix on the weekly. But the problem is these foods that you are wanting to make room for, offer you very little, if any, nutritional benefit at all. So they are what are referred to as empty calories. So it's not a calorie for calorie exchange, so to speak. You cannot take something that is nutritional and think that you can replace it with something with the same calorie value that is processed and loaded with sugary and salty stuff or fats. So you're creating more stress and inflammation within your body with the choices of processed foods, which are going to be sugary, salty, fatty foods. And then you're adding all this extra exercise or cardio stress to your body. And again, you're wondering why your body's not changing, because it is the dog chasing its tail scenario. It just keeps repeating itself. It's a cycle. And I know this because it was me at some point, and I see it every day. So here's what you can do instead. even if you're not currently in the coaching program, if you're doing something on your own right now, be consistent and be consistent with a healthy plan. So what does that look like? Nutrition, choosing whole foods rather than processed foods. You got to ditch the alcohol, ladies. It's adding fat to your belly. And if you're wondering why, that is probably, if you're drinking alcohol or you're having the processed foods, that's where your problem is. It's always going to start with your nutrition. So make sure you plan your meals and be prepared so that when you get hungry, you don't go for something simple and easy and quick. You've got your meal ready to rock and roll. And allowing days for rest and recovery is super important. So, don't exercise 7 days a week and wonder why your body's not changing. I'll tell you why it's not changing. Because you're exercising 7 days a week. You have to rest. You have to allow for recovery. Your body needs that. So, also prioritizing sleep. Quality sleep is so underestimated. If we don't sleep good, we don't feel good. If we don't feel good, we're not going to have an optimal workout. We're not going to have an optimal day. We get tired, we get sluggish, and then we start going for the comfort foods and the easy, quick foods to perk us back up again, or the caffeine over and over again. So, yeah, my last thing is stop the excessive cardio and focus on building muscle. Muscle is going to work for you day in and day out, nonstop. That's the beauty of having some muscle on your body. So that when you want to enjoy something, your body is well conditioned, you've done all these fabulous things, and you've been consistent, and you can actually live and enjoy your life and enjoy a meal, a drink, and vacation, and then you just get back on track and you don't look back. So here's to healthy living, ladies. I hope this is helpful.